Yo guys, and welcome back for the manufacturers round 2 in Road Atlanta in Group 3 car, the most favorite and usable, the most favorite type in GT7. So after the first and the second round, now we are at P8 in the local ranking in Nissan manufacturer and 88 in the regional ranking. Pretty solid ranking for the moment. So it's a 30 lap race with only two usable compounds, the medium and the soft. Some people they could get a one pit stop done. Others wasn't working for them, like for me. The Nissan really kills their tire as fast as possible. So in terms of qualifying, the whole up was great except the little the U-turn where I carried too much speed, so I lost like 3 or 2 chances right there. But in general, the lap was great. It was my third race, so I was pretty tired. In the beginning I tried the one pit stop, it didn't work. The problem with the one pit stop is it will only work if the whole field went with the same strategy. But let's say if some people went with the 2 pit stop, you're gonna be behind. We ended up P2. So for this race I took a risk for doing the race with 2 pit stops, so it's gonna be soft, medium and soft. Now in terms of manufacturers, in this race it was like 3 or 4 manufacturers. It was Porsche, BMW, Ferrari and Nissan. I don't remember if there was like any Aston Martins. There was a Genesis, a Mercedes in P9, again Porsche, the most used car and the Citroën, which is surprising, and finally Mazda, again BMW M6 and the Huracan and the Ferrari. So as I said, there was only 5 manufacturers in this race. So I wanted to tell P1 that hey, I am in the softs, let me pass, and I needed to do that in a safe way in order, of course, not to create a chaos and make the overtake as clean as possible. So of course I used the start for the start chip, since I'm on controller, so there is a little bit of delay which gives the person behind you a chance to overtake you. So second corner was a little touch, but it's okay. It wasn't at high speed. Here at the S section, now that I saw again the video, as you can see, the P1 got a penalty here, and you can see the difference in top speed using different compound. Like I could go from the outside. I ended up doing a switchback in order to get to have a great exit speed. What I was saying is at the S section, it was the place where I realized that I was burning my tire a lot. Like I could have been lifted around 25 or 30% of throttle every time I took the corner, and it would made me get the one pit stop done. So now it was only time to create a gap, so that's why I cut the video, like to keep 30 laps going around. It's not ideal. The video will be too long, 45 minutes. Again, the two previous races helped me like to train, since I didn't give it a lot of training for this round, especially because we just had a daily race. It was in B with the same setup. Now lap 8 I decided to pitch, but as you can see it's a blind spot right there, and that was the first mistake, the big first mistake, because as you can see all the 3 seconds that I have created before was completely destroyed in a matter of seconds. Like you can see, P6 already pitched to get the medium. So I have decided to go for another lap. Like you can see, the left soft was burning. It's already done. And as you can see, I was losing like 2 seconds for every lap. Again, even my pace with the soft tire wasn't that great. As you can see, I was doing like 120. I should be doing 119 normally. But again, as I said before, it was the last race, it was 4 a.m. So you're gonna be tired. I didn't want to end here. As you can see, I couldn't even brake or turn. The tires were completely done. So again, in the pit stop, I ended up getting the 3 seconds penalty. So that was the second biggest mistake. So medium are the choice. Surprisingly, I wasn't in traffic. I had like 2 or 3 people in front of me. So let me see. Yep, it was a great. He had the 3 seconds penalty too. So everyone got the 3 seconds penalty here. The second corner was, I think it was a more or less a blind spot for every player with different cameras, except the one we using the hood camera, which wasn't a problem. So I think the tires were either a little bit cold here, or it was my mistake. Now we're gonna take the penalty and we're gonna drop to P8 or P9 if I remember well. It was P9 exactly. Gabikus pitched a lap earlier than us. He was running, I think, the same strategy as us. Now from here it was more like qualifying laps on your own, so that's why I skipped the 3 whole laps. And here, as you can see, at lap 20 we catch up P2 and P3, I mean the podium, but Shams, which was he was in P1 of course, got 3 seconds too, so it's gonna give us a place. But as you can see, my tires weren't that cooked, so the left was already 50% left. But then when I saw other players and other races, I realized that even driving on dead tires was worthy than taking a second pit stop. So again, we were doing 120 as you can see with the medium. So with the soft we were pretty slow, not gonna lie, but it's okay. I could have been finished the race with the tires in this state, more or less doing some tire saving for 5 laps and like pushing at the true last lap. But I remember in the Nations Cup with the first round, I had a similar situation where with the Red Bull X 2019, where my back left tire was completely burned, but I decided to finish the race, and at the last corner, of course, it cost me like the whole race. I snapped and I went from P2 or P3 to P10. So from that moment I was either taking care of my tires or pitching for a new compound. In general, these 2 first rounds was clean. So I was kind of surprised for a B lobby, because I think it's like more just the daily races where you can be confronted to some dirty drivers. But in general, in the nations or the manufacturers, it was great. Now lap 22, I decided to go for a pit. So it was pitting and pushing as much as possible. At this time, I didn't make a mistake. We took the line pretty well. It's a tricky entry pit, by the way. Pit entry, sorry. So, from that on until lap 27, it was like a sprint. So, for the 3 last laps, where we had like a little bit of fighting between me and P5. So the gap when I think his side was completely cooked. As you can see, I got him. I got him in 2 corners. I tried to go from the inside. It didn't work. So I decided to go for a switchback or either get a great speed exit. Now with this slipstream, I was going to get him, but I didn't see the guy who was behind me was also trying to do a move on me. So here the move was done correctly, and Gaby goes also overtook the Lambo. Now it was only me against him. 3 times it wasn't a lot, and here I didn't get, I think, enough exit speed, but it was okay. I left it right there. I think that cost me a little bit of time. But as you know, the BMW was like the meta car in this track. It was the BMW and the GTR. Here, I did a mistake because I went over the curb and it gave me dirty tires, so that wasn't great. Now it was like I was trying to cut the slipstream a little bit. I was driving my 50 gear, of course. If I just went to 6 gear, it wouldn't be great. Now we have 2 laps to defend. But here I took the car with less speed, so he pulled switch back on me, and I know in here also where I lost a lot of time. Unfortunately, the slide like made me lose 6/10 or 5/10 right there, half a second. Again, in the first corner, I didn't get a great entry and a great exit, and I knew if I tried to defend, to go side by side in the second corner, it won't end well for me, because again, the cockpit view, the corner already had a big blind spot, so with the cockpit view going from the outside, it wouldn't be great. So I was trying to catch him, but unfortunately my tires were completely dead. That was the problem with the Nissan. Again, I regret not going with the Alfa Romeo, which is the car that I use the most. And when I went back and see the replay, I realized that if I didn't have the 3 seconds pit entry penalty, then it would be easily a P3, yeah. So last lap, I don't know if I catch him a little bit. Well, I closed like around 7:10. But here, it wasn't a great, I carried too much speed, unfortunately. So that's the thing with the B lobby, it's either you gain a half of a second in a corner, or you lose a half of a second. So that's the thing. Now we have round 3 in Interlagos in Brazil with Group 4 car, the most hated one for me and for a lot of players. It's a slow type. I don't know, we don't use too much Group 2 or Group 1, especially Group 1. They've got some great cars in Group 1, like the Porsche 919, the Toyota, and the Audi or the Nissan. So, with the BOP, it will be a great race. So we ended up P4, a solid result for after three tries, 90 laps. That was a lot, not gonna lie. I think we had 116 points in this round, something like that, which brings us to 204 for the moment. Right now I am in 140. Yep, 140 I think for my time in the Interlagos. So I'm gonna try to get. No, it's 141. Sorry. I will try to get like 140, which is like top times in the seal and the B lobby. It was, Gaby, it was great, really a clean race, and their key racing and champs. It was great. So that's all for this video. I will be back again with the group 3, the round 3, sorry. Thank you again for watching, and hope you're having a great night, and goodbye.